just wanted to show you again the faces of our student life team. This is a team that's going to take all our first year students after admissions has brought you on board. We are the ones who are going to carry you through the next 4 years, here for anything that you need that's non-academic and you know, anything it does with life on campus. And we do include our A's for academic support in the student life area. And so you're going to learn about that part of academics that we do support. But just real quick, that's our VP of Student Development, Ron Coffey, sitting down there. We've got our counselor, Martha, and Destiny, which were on the last webinar. And then also you can see that Julianne is on, if you're facing the screen, it's on your left side there. Julianne's there, and I'm in the middle above Ron, but we're all of us here. You'll probably know all these faces just after a little bit of time here at HU. I also wanted just kind of to remind you real quick of all the kind of things that we do here at Student Life. We do the IDs, the parking passes, any kind of housing, especially your housing. Like right now, our students are being placed in housing, international student services, counseling services, student success, student engagement, career services, career counseling, the Friesen Center, which is service learning and also internships, commuter support. So we also have a commuter liaison that's connected with our student life team. And then of course we handle a lot of multicultural programming as well. So what's everybody thinking of this weather? Like, just real quick here, let's take another minute to let a little bit more people get on. But I don't know, like what it's like where you are, Ellie, but here it is crazy.
Well, I'm only in Fort Wayne, but it's sunny skies here.
Really?
Really that bad in Huntington?
Oh no, it was raining just a few minutes ago. Now it's sunny.
Oh, maybe
It
it's too
was,
far away then.
I know, it cannot decide.
Oh no.
How about you, Julianne? How's your weather where you are today?
That's actually a good intro. I'm currently in the Indianapolis International Airport. So if you hear things, I'm sorry. Weather's great. Hopefully good enough for flying.
Yes, this should be a good time for flying,
Yeah.
for sure. All right, one more thing. Next, I want to talk to you guys about is let's talk about our guidebook app. So this year, Huntington Orientation is going to have an app. So instead of having papers and programs like that you hold on to, it's all going to be in your phone. So easy. So if you use this QR code, you can download the app, go ahead and log in and allow permissions. That just helps me keep track of everybody who, like if you went to a session, what the feedback from the app and that kind of thing, the engagement of the students in the app. So sharing your information is not going to put you at risk anyway. It's just going to let me report on how successful we were for orientation. So please allow that on there. And let's see, next, I wanted to just let you be aware of this Getting Started tab on the app. If you go to that Getting Started tab, it's got 4 areas that you can complete. There's links right there in the app where you can complete your housing, your orientation registration for orientation weekend, and also just all the car parking pass and your ID. So all those things are super important. The sooner you get them done, we can have them ready for you. You can move on campus and we can start orientation right away and have all that paperwork out of the way. So if you can get that Getting Started tab completed, that would be just one thing that takes away from move-in day, takes away the stress. So, okay, we're gonna go to our next slide here, and this is where I get to formally introduce you to Julianne Miller. Julianne Miller is our interim director of the ACE, which stands for Academic Center for Excellence. And she's going to tell you about all the great supports that we offer you through our Academic Center for Excellence.
Yeah. Thank you, Anita. So if we could click to the next one, it just has a list of all of the services we offer. So everyday services that's offered to every student. We have peer tutoring, which is a free service that any student can use, and we highly encourage you use it. This can be for any class. The requests you can make through a form stack on our website. And again, that's any class you have. Just you can request a tutor, and that's kind of it's up to you and your peer tutor to schedule, so that can fit in your schedule the best way it can. One thing that's not listed is our writing center, which is offered 2 nights a week. And that's an opportunity for you to bring a paper, or if you haven't even gotten started on the paper and you just need help kind of getting going, outlining, that's just a time. It's a set time every week that you can just drop in and get whatever help you need on that. So secondarily, on the PowerPoint, students with disabilities, if you received accommodations in high school, or are you looking to receive accommodations in college, that could be housing related or classes in the classroom, you can reach out to me and we can start that process. I highly encourage, and we always encourage incoming students to start that early. If you received accommodations and you think, oh, I don't think I'll need it in college, it's helpful to have it, and you never need to use it. But it's helpful to have it on the record. And so just shoot me an email if you have any questions or concerns about that. Academic counseling. So we offer drop-in support that you email either me or ace at huntington.edu. And you can set up a one-on-one time. And that could be, we could walk through your syllabus together, make sure you're keeping a calendar up to date. And that parlays into the drop-in support. We are there for you. We are in student life because we are within your life. I'm not sitting in the classroom with you. I trust you're going. But we are there for when you're not in the classroom and you come to us. And we are there to support you. Prior to this role, I was working a different role, similar to Destiny's role in student life. And so I know how our office works. We are a tight, small unit. And so we all work together to make sure your success is happening. And so these are just a few of the ways. The programmatic support workshops as needed. That is periodically we will offer workshops throughout the semester or throughout the academic year. And that could be whatever concerns we're hearing most often. I would encourage you, if you haven't heard of the coffee break, to make sure you're signed up for the coffee break. Again, quick Google search on how to add that. You can just get those emailed to you twice a week, and we will drop those workshops in the coffee break. And that could be testing success or note-taking skills strategies. But those are different workshops based on what we're hearing the most from students. And then another role of mine is academic probation. I trust none of y'all will be on it, but if you are, that is totally fine. We are gonna make sure to set you up for success. And that looks like one-on-ones with myself or potentially a grad assistant. And it's really working on study skills and strategies. Similar to Pathway, that is an incoming first-time freshman class where we work through how do we set ourselves up prior to you even starting your first class. How do we read a syllabus? How do we make sure you know when your exams are? Because every professor writes their syllabus maybe a little bit different. And so how can you just make sure you're seeing what's ahead to set yourself up for success? I think I'm covering all of those things. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please email me. I am available to you. I do this work because I love students. That's why all of student life exists. That's why Allie's doing this job, because she loves student life. And so we are here to support you at all times. So yes, if you have questions, I think you can drop them in the Zoom or shoot me an email for Jay Miller. Hopefully pretty easy there. But yeah, I'm excited to get you guys on campus and to meet you all and to just see what you succeed in here. Really exciting. So did I
Thanks,
miss
Julia.
anything, Anita?
Yeah, no, here's what I love about this is I have actually seen students come in who are really struggling, and after meeting with the ACE, they have totally turned things around. So it is free. This service does not cost you a dime, except the only thing it costs you is time. You just have to walk into the library and go up to the second floor and meet with Jules. So yeah, that is one thing. It is located in the library. we've got a tab on our app that talks more about academic supports. So you will see like student life supports, and then you will see academic supports. So please use that as well. There's a link in there. You heard Julianne talk about if you had an IEP in high school, or if you have a disability, then it's up to you to report that. And so that link is even right there in the app under the academic supports and the ACE. So you actually can go right there and submit that to her, and then she can start working with you.
Yeah. If I may just say, as you said, we're on the second floor of the library, which in the library is very quiet. I'm not a super quiet person. I really enjoy the relationships with students, so please stop by. Even if you don't need support, would love to meet you. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty chill area up there. It's actually one of my favorite parts on campus. It's really nice. You really should go check it out. And then if you ever get to like make up a test or something, sometimes a faculty member will have you go to the ACE to take that test too. So it's good to know where that is. Another thing as well, Julianne is in the library. I am here in the hub in the Student Life Suite, and have working towards a certification in coaching, life coaching. And so if you're kind of finding some things that are getting in the way or having a hard time reaching your academic goals, you can come to me for academic coaching or more life coaching. So it's also just an additional support, maybe a little less specific to the skills and more towards like motivation or time management, maybe that kind of thing that you want to work on but are struggling having that accountability or ability to get accomplished. So that is also available to anyone on campus. So we are just like waiting for you to come in, and we love it when students come in. And you know what, in midterm we get a report, and we might even come after you if we have to, because we want you to succeed so desperately, right? So hey Allie, do you have anything to add or about just kind of the academic supports and stuff that we have here?
Um, Nothing that Jules didn't touch, but I will say that just the library in general, I think is just such a good resource that we have, especially if you're like me and when you study, even if one person is in the room, you get to talking and you get distracted very easily. So what I like to do is I like to go in the library and hide and not tell anybody where I am, and that allows me to get everything done. As well as I have used the writing what workshops or times or whatever, because I'm also a history major. So sometimes I remember my first year, it was really scary because the history department has very wordy syllabi, I think would be the correct term, but they are very wordy and they were really stressful. And I was like, I don't even know where to begin with this essay. And I don't even know how to start the first sentence. And there was a senior there who sat down with me and she was like, I remember having this class. Yes, it's very wordy, but I promise once you break it down, it's a lot simpler. So if you're having trouble just even starting an essay, don't like panic. If you go to those writing times, it is so helpful because they just help you break it down and make everything so much easier. And then you get into the groove of it and you can actually start your essay if you're like me, because I couldn't even get it started.
Yeah. I think one thing that some students are unaware of too is that the library actually has like some loaner laptops that you can check out. And so if you can't afford a book or don't have a book, or you don't have a laptop, or your laptop broke, ask someone on campus. Come ask me. I am here to connect you to any resources that are getting in the way of your academic success. Just for a minute, I think we should touch on academic probation and how that works here at Huntington. So Huntington is an investment. Okay, let's just be honest. It's an investment. College is an investment. So we want you to be successful when you're here. We want this to be worth your investment. If your first semester you don't make the GPA that you should, then you might be placed on academic probation or get an academic warning. So the reason we do that is so that we can get you the support you need. A lot of times that first semester is just really hard. The transition from high school to college, guys, it's hard. It can be hard. So some students, they never had to study before, and college hits, they think it's the same. It's not the same. So we're here to help you with that adjustment. Plus, you just moved out of house. You just moved in with a roommate that you maybe have never met before. So there's a lot of things going on in your life that can get in the way. You have free reign on all of your time, and you're not booked from 7:30 until 3:30. So that can be a challenge too. Plus, we have lots of really fun things, which you learned on the last webinar, that could get in the way. So if you by chance end up on academic probation, I want you to be encouraged. It's not the end of the world. It just means that we're going to come around you and support you even more. We're going to have you meet with Julianne and her team over there on a regular basis. I will also be available for you if you need anything else. I will be available for you. But is there anything you want to put in about that, Julianne?
No, I just want to second what you said, that it's not who you are, right? If you end up on one of these lists of ours, no, it does not define you. And I think even in those first sessions, it'll be about understanding who you are and what are you prioritizing. I want to know, and where can we make sure that school, which is your new job starting in August, gets some time in there. And oftentimes that's what's happening is we have other priorities in life, and we have to figure out, like, with this new job, which is school, where can it fit? Because it needs to fit, right? But yeah, it is not the definition of who you are. But, and that's the same with anything, right? There's stigmas around a lot of these things, and I think that almost there's some hesitation with disclosing some background at times with students that approach me. And I go, oh no. This is just context for who you are, but it's not the definition of your whole self. So yeah, I second what Anita said, that we're here to just we do this job because we love students. And so I probably said that too much, but I don't know.
And we miss you guys because it's summer.
Yeah. It's really sad on campus.
It is.
Without you.
And if you have any other questions, you want to drop them in, or like I said, you could, or like Jules said, you could give her an email. You can always email me as well, awatson@huntington.edu. We're looking forward to seeing you all soon. We're going to wrap it up since there aren't any questions that come in, and we hope that you have a great rest of the summer. Can't wait to see you in August on the 21st on move-in day. I already have people volunteering to help you move in. I'm so excited. I mean, that I'm like, this is the best place ever. I can't believe
I'll be
that.
there.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
I'll be there too.
Yeah. And we just can't wait. So you guys have a great rest of the summer. You need anything, we're here for you now, but we'll really be for you in August. Okay. Thanks and have a great day.